Hey guys, Jordan here. In this video, I'm going to be answering a real estate photography questions. That's one of my favorite topics, and that is about gear, right? So what is the best Sony lens for real estate photography? Now there are a lot of options, and I have some of them here. And so if you're just getting started and budget is an issue, this is a great lens right here. You can get it, and actually this is a good ZV-E10. This is the new entry-level camera that I recommend for beginner real estate photographers that are on a budget. I can't remember. I think the body was like $500, and then the lens was $400. So it's not the super cheap option, but you can do photography and videography with this, and it's super light, has all the options that you need. But this is a lens video. So all right, 10 to 18 Sony lens for APS-C size sensors. It's a great lens. If you have a little bit more budget, and you're using a full frame camera, this is the lens that we actually use in the field with our media specialists today. I currently have it on this camera setup, but it's this one. It's the Zeiss 16 to 35 f4, and I think that lens comes in usually a little bit. You can get them used for around $1,000, but they're between that $1,000 and $1,300, and that's a great lens. Usually, it's a great overall lens. It's built very well. I don't have too many complaints with it. We have had to send several back to Sony for repair because the motors make noise and stuff like that. So there are some issues with it for long term, but we put a lot of use on our equipment here. So that's kind of goes without saying. You put a lot of use in it, you're gonna have to have some maintenance done on it. All right, so that's a great lens. And then this is the lens that I usually use shooting real estate photography today. Personally, this is the G Master 16 to 35 2.8. Great overall lens. I don't have too many complaints. It's a little bit bigger than the Zeiss, but it doesn't feel that much heavier. The Zeiss has a really big metal fill, and this one's more of a plastic build, and that's why it's not, even though it is bigger looking, it's not much heavier, which is something you need to consider if you're doing video as well. But I've been very pleased with this lens. Obviously, it's my go-to. I think it's around $2,300. So not super cheap, but it's a great lens for both photography and video. Now, I also have this lens. This is the 12 to 24 2.8 G Master lens by Sony. This is a great lens as well, and for some photography, this is a great lens because there are times when you do want it a little bit wider than 16, usually 14. I usually don't go too much below that. But there are some like small bathrooms or something like that where you try to get an angle on it at 16 millimeters, it just doesn't look very well. But I really like this lens, especially for video, so I'd recommend this one more for video than a run and gun with photography. Because I know what happens when you're out there shooting a lot of properties. There's things that can go wrong. This is a very expensive lens, and the element is massive, so it's open. It's just kind of risky for a lens of this price to kind of nick or mar the external element on it. So this one is a little bit better. You can put a filter on it if you wanted to. I usually don't like using ND filters. Anyways, did I answer the question, what's the best lens for real estate photography? Yeah, so if budget's not an issue, I like the 16 to 35 2.8. If you're shooting full frame, the 16 to 35 f4 Zeiss is awesome. If you're just getting started and you have an APS-C size smaller Sony camera, which is awesome as well, the 10 to 18 f4 lens from Sony. So anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Reach out if you have any questions. If you are interested in learning more about the real estate photography business or thinking about getting started in it, you can download our PDF guide. It's free. It's our quick start guide. The link is in the description. You can also check out our free workshop. The link is also down there as well. So anyways, that's going to do it. Reach out if you have any questions. We'll see you guys on the next one.